So you've just, in about as blunt terms as anyone could muster, displayed your contempt for a lot of your colleagues in the Republican Party.
I'm angry at them.
Obviously, you're not going to become a Democrat because they're the mirror image of
Satan.
What you were. So where does that leave you, and what do you do going forward?
I ran for Congress in the beginning to push the Republican Party to actually support Americans and America and do the things that they always promise and tell us to do. Going forward, that's all I care about. It's all I've cared about from the beginning is, oh, you want to say this on television? Well, do it. I don't care about words. Words mean nothing to me. Action is everything. And our country is on fire. We don't have a border. It's ridiculous to even say we have one. It's overrun and controlled by the cartels mostly. The Border Patrol agents are the welcoming committee to over 160 countries all over the world. They welcome in terrorists. They welcome in criminals, mentally insane people, child trafficking, human trafficking, drugs. They're forced to welcome them in. It's not because they're bad people. They're wonderful people. The government makes them do their job that way. So think about what we have to force Republicans in Congress actually do what they said they're going to do. So I'm not there to be friends with them. I don't care about their stupid cocktail
I've noticed.
I want them to do their job.
You've been swatted repeatedly.
Yeah. 7 times.
7 times?
Mm-hmm. But they don't know who's doing it.
They just don't know.
No, can't figure that out.
Did the security cameras break? It's kind of like Epstein's cell.
They can unmask people like Carter Page and people like that, but they don't know who's swatting me, who's calling in.
7 times.
Mm-hmm.
Are you worried about your safety?
I just bought a lovely AR-15. Really? Another one. Yes, I'm very proud of it. It's pretty.
I hope it doesn't have more than a 10-round magazine, though, because you don't need that.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know. We've got far more than that.
2 quick policy questions. One, will there be an effort to take people's guns away in our lifetimes, do you think?
Absolutely.
Do you think
yes.
that'll be successful?
Well, I look at Brazil. I just had a visit from Edward Bolsonaro and some of the members of Congress down there in Brazil, and they came to visit me because they are really afraid and they're concerned for their country. Since the Lula administration has taken over, many of them are afraid of losing their political rights, and the Lula administration is going after them and trying to take away their political rights to run for office. They're going after their journalists, their press. Many of them are fleeing the country because they're going to be locked up by the Lula administration. They want to take away their guns down there in Brazil. So I'm looking at that country and I'm saying, I think we're one election away from finding ourselves in the same situation in Brazil. And it's the saddest thing in the world to think that that's where we are in America, but yet so many people are asleep. And it's a tragedy because I'm angry at my own party in Washington because they're not doing enough to stop it. They're not doing anything to stop it. As a matter of fact, they're passing continuing resolutions and keeping it going. But I'm also looking at so many Americans because our American life is really good, Tucker. And it's easy to get lost in enjoying every day as an American. And gosh, God bless them, rightfully so. But it's easy to be lulled into this world where you're not paying attention to what's about to happen to us. So I'm a little bit worried about what may be about to happen to us.
Do you think we could wind up in a war with Iran?
Yes, absolutely. I think we could easily end up in a war with Iran.
What's the appetite for that among Republicans in the House, do you think?
They also have a strong appetite. I don't know. The ones I hear talk about, they'd rather fight China. I hear that more.
We're going to fight China.
Yeah,
which
China.
makes all of our antibiotics. So how long is that war going to last? I mean, they make everything. So
they do.
Obviously, we can't go to war with them because they control our country already, right?
Right. Didn't we learn that? COVID. I have a chapter about COVID, and it's like all the lessons we learned from COVID, you would have thought that one would have stuck.
Yeah.
Maybe we would bring back the manufacturing to our country and at least make life-saving medicine. No, we got to depend on China.
But there are Republicans who want to go to war with China?
Yes. They're preparing for it. We have to build our military. We have to fund it. We have to build up our military because they say this. We are going to be at war with China within 5 years.
They say that out loud or they think that at night?
They say it out loud in our meetings.
We wouldn't win that war. I mean, that's insane.
Obviously. Well, I think that's rational thinking and speaking, but...
It's not an endorsement of China, by the way.
Nope. You're not a China lover.
No.
Neither am I.
Tool of Xi Jinping. But they really say that, huh?
Yes, they say that out loud.
Do you ever hear anybody in the cloakroom? Is that the right place?
Cloakroom.
Cloakroom. Say, I really can't believe our country's being invaded by millions of people from the third world. Like, we need to kick them out immediately because America's for Americans. Does anyone ever say that?
They do say that, and then they don't impeach Secretary Mayorkas.
Oh.
Yeah. So they say it, yes. Like, can you believe the new numbers? Like, oh my goodness, October's numbers came out. Highest record of any month, any October on record. You guys want to impeach Mayorkas yet? Ah, Marjorie, you're not mature enough for that.
So are you going to stay in Congress?
Oh, yeah. I'm angry.
How do you raise so much money, by the way, if you give the finger to donors? You raise a ton of money.
I do, and it's because regular people donate to me. Just grassroots, small dollar donors. That is 90% of my donations, or well over 90%.
It's not Raytheon.
No, I don't have any money from Raytheon.
They don't give you anything?
Nope. No, I don't have any donations from the military-industrial complex. I haven't voted for their wars.
Oh. So you're going to stay in the Congress?
Absolutely.